Wow, look at this guy in this store. I bet this will make a great game. I'm not actually making a game from scratch, and I already had something built before this. Basically, all I built before this was the map I'm gonna make my game in and my little worker that'll be working for me. And what I'm doing right now is making a stat screen so I can see all the stats of my little worker. Now the worker shows up on the stat screen. Don't ask why he's facing backwards. I'll deal with that later. Here's the text showing the stats. It looks kind of chopped right now, but I'll clean it up later. Currently, my game has a worker in it, but there needs to be customers too so the worker can go help them. So that's what I'm making right now. Currently, I'm making the customers' animations. After this, we have to go to the animation screen to connect all the animations to each other. And the final part is to code it in so the customer can now use everything. At least I thought everything was fine until an error message popped up. But after working on it for a bit, I got my customer to finally move. But now I needed the worker to walk over to the customer and to go help them. I made an easy and quick work button, which when I press it, the worker would just go head over to the customer and go help them. And I would get the customer's location by basically putting an air tag on them and just finding the air tag and say worker, go over to the customer. Now it was time to make the progress bar, which shows like the worker helping the customer. I already made one before, but it was kind of chopped, so I'm just making a whole new one. Okay, my first attempt at making the progress bar code work. Okay, so the green part, it shouldn't be like that. It should be way smaller. And then my worker decides to just die after working. After looking at the code for a bit, I eventually fixed it and got it to work properly. With the current setup, the worker just chooses a random NPC to go to and just starts working like that. But I want the player to be able to choose which customer the worker is going to go help with. So I decided to make a list that will show all the customers and the player will be able to choose from that list. But I didn't know how to make this, so I had to search a tutorial on YouTube. Currently I'm using these white squares as placeholders where the customers would go, and they were so hard to control. I hate all of this. Eventually it was time to get rid of the placeholders and I started working on the real thing. This help button would make the worker go towards the customer selected in the panel and go help them. I wanted to put an image of the customer inside the panel, but it wouldn't keep the same aspect ratio or it would just be so big. But after tweaking around with the settings for a bit, I finally got it to work. After coding on it, I finally got it to work. Currently, I felt like my game was missing something. All the game mechanics were working fine, but there just wasn't any sound, and the game just sounded so bland. So the next day, I looked for free game sound effects online. After searching around for a bit, I decided I liked these the best. After this, I just worked on some code. If a worker is helping a customer, then the customer will stop moving and won't try to run away. I didn't like the way the progress bar looked when you zoomed far away, so I made it so you could only see it if you zoomed close enough. After looking online at discussion forums and using ChatGPT, I finally did it. Another thing I did was finally give the customers names. They would have it displayed on top of their head so when they walk around the store we can see who they are. Hello guys, meet Alex. After this, I felt like my game was pretty quiet, so I went online to go look for background music. After searching for like a couple of seconds, I really like this one. With the music going, I really just want to add a lot of NPCs to my stores, and just to see what it looked like, just to see them all move around, because it looked interesting to me. And then this is what it looked like. But it's time to go back and do productive stuff. I'm searching for a clock image online, so I'll be able to use it in my game. Eventually I found one, and now I'll be able to display how much each customer gives in money and how long it'll take to help them. Like usual, I ran into a couple error messages. But eventually I got it to work, and I created the values for time and coin just by getting a random number generator. Currently, if a worker is already helping an NPC, I don't want another worker also helping the same NPC. So I made if an NPC is being helped, then the button turns gray. Another feature I want to add was rarity to customers. So if the customer was legendary, then on the panel it would appear as a legendary. Here are all the different color rarities. Wow. I didn't like how the legendary rarities could be like placed at the bottom, so I made a sorting feature that would make legendary at the top and common at the bottom. The final thing I did with the game was make a display that shows what the worker is doing. Of course, the game is not finished yet, and I want to do a bunch more things, like I haven't even done anything with the worker stats yet.